My name is Chris Winland from the Melbourne Musos Drum Show. How's things? This is all about the hi-hat, okay? Tonight's episode, I'd just like to talk about this little fella. I've talked about it, I talked about the hi-hat in the past, but it's long past. It's a long time ago. So what I'd like to do is just really concentrate on all the little things that you can do with the hi-hat, both by opening the hi-hat, different kinds of pressure, and with the foot as well. I wrote a solo once for my drum set examination syllabus called The Lonely Little Hi-Hat. And what it is all about is the fact that the hi-hat is often left for the band, as they say. Now what happens is if I play a sort of a, let's say a jazz rhythm, and I've got the hi-hat on 2 and 4, see what happens? I can do all sorts of things with my hands. But the hi-hat is staying 2 and 4 for the band, you see. Now you're probably noticing that I'm doing that as well. So there's a couple of things I'd like to talk to you about tonight with the hi-hat. And what happens here is that sometimes it's left out, okay, when you're beginning drums. I've actually seen some students come from other lessons elsewhere. And the first thing they do on my drum set is sort of lock it off. They sort of just go, oh, okay, and then just go, no pedal at all. And so, what are you doing? Don't do that. No, you've got to learn to do it. You've got to learn to use the thing. Okay. Now, the most common usage of a hi-hat is, of course, just keeping time, right? What happens then is that you can put in open hi-hats. Now, one of the things when you're actually using open hi-hats when you're beginning is it almost feels like, if you've taken driving lessons, accelerated down, clutch up, like bass drum and hi-hat comes up. So you get like that, see. So on and so forth. And that's one of the main usages. You use it for punctuation, right? And so on and so forth. In a jazz context, of course, there's things like a two-feel. Most people know that as a Pink Panther theme. Well, that's a bit quick for Pink Panther. And then what you have is the different kinds of hi-hat. You can have a tight kind of sound there, if you want a fairly clean sound. You can shoulder it if you like. Have it come up a little bit. So on it goes, you see. Now this is all fairly basic stuff. So of course this particular episode, what I want to do with the segments of the show is really give you essentially, I suppose, beginning intermediate, and then getting advanced. So what I'm doing right now is just giving you the basics of a hi-hat and what you can do with it. Now, one of the things with a hi-hat is keeping time, okay, with both your hands and with your left foot. I've got a bit of a wobbly hi-hat here, but anyway, I'll work with it. So you might have that's great for things like, well, sort of what I'm doing there, almost like a Bo Diddley rhythm, you know, you get so on it goes, you see. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, you see. Now, one of the things about that is you can turn it into a Latin bass drum, which is right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right. Now, when you're doing that kind of a thing, I might take the snares off for this, and what you have is, what have we got? Bit of a samba thing. Now, did you see what I did at the end there? A splash hat. You can do little things like that. But then when I'm actually playing a little splash, I don't go all the way down. You see? Get it? Got it? Good. So what starts to happen is if I'm going to play a bit of a rhythm of sorts, see, I got, you could call it an open hi-hat. I call them splash hats. And what happens there, it gives you this wonderful extra layer of sound. I could just keep it normal. Splash. Something like that, you see. So there's a lot of colour in the hi-hat, okay? More of this after the break, hey? Okay. The hi-hat.